everyone. Welcome back to Chorus Stories. This is me, Sneha, and in today's episode, we have Chandni Patel joining us from Pittsburgh. Chandni is a data analyst by day and food blogger by night, and her blog is called Chand's Kitchen, which is amazing. A lot of amazing fusion recipes, and she has a blog, Instagram page, Facebook page, and she's very regular about her posts, and her posts are so delicious, especially when you see it in the morning. Every day you're gonna the whole day just gonna keep thinking about food. Thank you, Chandni, for joining us today. We'd love to know more about you. What's your story?
Yeah, so I graduated college about 3 to 4 years ago, and then I started working full-time right after that as a data analyst in healthcare. And I found that I had like a lot of time after work in the evenings and on the weekends. So I started cooking and I started meal prepping. And then a lot of my friends told me to start like an Instagram page and start sharing my photos with to see what happens. And I did that, and then I started getting all these messages asking for recipes, and I started to post them on Instagram, and then eventually I did get a blog. So I do have a blog where I share my recipes as well, so it's more formatted and you can print them out and stuff. And I started that 3 years ago, and I'm still doing it on the side on like the evenings and the weekends. Yeah.
That's awesome. So do you also share a lot of food with your friends and stuff? Like, do you have a lot of parties where you make food for your friends?
I do. So before, even during the pandemic, I just share some food with my neighbors or like my close friends who live near me. And then a lot of it I do, I try to cook food that I would eat. So I try not to waste a lot of it. Mm-hmm. But with sweets and stuff, I definitely share with friends and family, yeah.
That's nice. So how do you balance your full-time job as a data analyst and do food blogging? How do you balance between that, and how do you kind of find time to do both?
Yeah, so I work the typical 9 to 5 hours. And one thing that's crucial with food blogging or any sort of photography is I like to shoot in natural light. Mm-hmm. So in the winter especially, I try to only shoot on the weekends. So I'll cook and I'll take pictures and everything. So luckily I'll have 2 full days to work on it. And then in the evenings I'll edit any sort of recipe and photos and videos. So since I'm not doing it full time, I don't have pressure to continue to mm-hmm. put X amount of hours into it. So a lot of it's just when I want to, I cook and I edit. Yeah.
That's nice. And even your photography is amazing in your blog, like the way you edit and everything. Where did you learn that from? Is that something that you learned gradually, or were you always interested in photography?
No, that's something I just learned gradually. It's a lot of practice. So I try different things. I've learned natural light is best for me. I don't know how to use artificial light. So, and I just use my iPhone, and a lot of it's trial and error. I tried to figure out shadows, and I do Google some stuff in YouTube. And I follow a ton of other food bloggers, so I get inspiration from them and Pinterest.
Okay. Do you also have a Pinterest page?
I do. I usually just share photos from my blog there to drive traffic. Yeah.
Nice. And what are some of the apps you use? Do you use any special apps for editing?
So recently I started to use iMovie to edit my videos. And but for the most part I just use the Apple Photos app, and then I edit a little bit in Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Instagram filters. There's so many options and you can kind of mix them. I like that too. Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, and what was it how did you start cooking? What was your inspiration behind it? Was it your mom or some cookbook or some chef that inspired you? Walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so my mom did cook a lot growing up, and I would help out during like the weekends and stuff
Mm-hmm.
throughout high school and college. And then when I started working, I really wanted to meal prep my lunches, because I am vegetarian. So like there are a lot of options when you eat out nowadays, but
Mm-hmm.
it was just something I wanted to do. So I would look up recipes. My friends like to cook too, so we would share recipes. And
Mm-hmm.
food is something that brings a lot of people together. So
That's
it's
right.
always like a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay. So I'd like to ask you, like you mentioned that you do a lot of meal prep. How do you meal prep? And what are some ideas that you'd like to share with our viewers today?
Yeah, so I did start meal prepping a lot of salads in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would chop my vegetables and put them in a container, and the dressing would always be in a separate container so nothing would get soggy throughout the day. And then I started to make some grain bowls. And one thing I like to do on Sundays is to soak any sort of beans or grains that I would use, and then I like my Instapot to like pressure cook them, and then they're ready to go for the week. So I just have to pull them out and put them into like a bowl or plate or whatever dish I'm making. And I'll keep some veggies cut in the fridge because
Mm-hmm.
not all of it will last the whole week. So it just depends on what's on the menu. But a lot of it's practice and like trial and error. Like I said, you learn by doing. So you'll learn how long tomatoes stay fresh in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's a great idea of soaking the beans and pressure cooking them because that takes a lot of time and I never get it right. Sometimes it's undercooked, sometimes it's overcooked. Just getting that perfected and getting it done
Mm-hmm.
in the weekend and keeping it ready for the whole, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. The beans I like to soak overnight, so then I know that they've been soaked enough, and then I'll just
Mm-hmm.
pressure cook them the next day. I don't meal prep like rice or any pasta, that sort of stuff. I'll just do when I want to eat, because sometimes stuff can get mushy too over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you keep all the ingredients ready and then you put it together when you're eating them, right? Or do you
Yeah.
pack them as a proper salad together and keep it for the rest of the week?
I would pack salads together and keep it together, so I would just have to grab them in the morning and go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I would do about 3 or 4 at once. And then in the beginning I did do like all 5, but then that got kind of boring to eat 5 of the same like salad every day. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got into that situation where I try to meal
Mhm.
prep when I used to meal prep. I used to meal prep for the entire week and then I get bored and then the food just gets wasted because I end up not
Yeah.
eating it. Yeah. So I figured that for me the best way to meal prep was just like 2 or 3 days because
Mhm.
even if I don't want to eat it for the consecutive days, I can skip a day and then eat it the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the other things you meal prep? Do you meal prep like oats and stuff? Like what's your favorite recipe for meal prep?
Yeah, recently I've really been into overnight oats. So I'll make them right now, since I'm like working from home, I'll just make them one at a time the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to I do like half a cup of oats. I think it's a 1/4 cup yogurt, half a cup milk, and then like cinnamon, vanilla, or any sort of like peanut butter, chocolate, whatever like extras you want to add. And then in the morning, like fresh fruit is always good on top.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And oats is such a healthy breakfast as well. I feel like you can never go wrong with it, and you can never get the recipe wrong because it's always gonna taste good. I like adding chia seeds as well. It gives it kind of a pudding consistency, and then and then when I want to cheat, sometimes I add mango puree, like the Swad mango puree
that's
in
really
that,
good.
and it tastes so good. Yeah, I tried your strawberry covered, like chocolate covered strawberry recipe.
Oh yeah,
it was so amazing. The presentation was not as good as yours, so I did not click a picture or anything. I just ate it. But that was a great recipe, especially your suggestion of adding rose syrup and freeze-dried strawberries and berries.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah,
I'm
that was
glad
a
you
great
liked it.
touch for the strawberries.
Yeah, it was something unique. Chocolate covered strawberries are very like Valentine's Day, which don't get me wrong, they're really good, but I liked how
Yeah.
the rose water kind of took it to a different taste. It was, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
How to make rose dark chocolate covered strawberries. Start by melting the chocolate with a tiny bit of coconut oil. Add in the rose water and mix until completely smooth. Dip each strawberry into the chocolate and place on a sheet of parchment paper to dry. Garnish with freeze-dried strawberries and dried rose petals. Place them in the fridge for at least an hour until the chocolate is hardened. Enjoy!
Your recipes are super creative and you try a lot of fusions. What are some of the fusions that inspire you and how do you come up with these combinations?
A lot of it's just stuff that comes to me sometimes when I'm sleeping, sometimes just while I'm working. I like get the thought to put some different ingredients together, and over time I've learned like I really like rose and chocolate, or just two different combinations that I like, and I just go from there.
Nice. And you also have a lot of Indian fusions in your so did you grow up eating a lot of Indian food? Like what is some food that you grew up eating that really inspired you and that kind of sticks with you?
Yeah, so growing up, I think one of the first fusion dishes I can remember my mom making is like Mexican samosas. So she would take the like samosa dough and fill it with like black beans and corn and cheese and like that like taco seasoning, and so it's like that was really good. It's something different from like normal regular samosas or even just like regular Indian food. So dishes like that really do inspire, and there's so many out there now. Like if you go to an Indian restaurant, they have like paneer pizza. So I've like tried making that at home with a like a tikka sauce and adding paneer and some sliced like peppers and onions. So
you had paneer tikka tacos as well, right, in your blog?
Yeah,
that was amazing. That looked yum. I haven't tried it.
Sometimes it's just like that was like I made paneer and then I had like leftovers and I didn't know what to do with it, and I think I had like taco shells or soft tacos, and I had some chutneys lying around, so I was like, let me try this, and it turned out really nice, so I put it out there. But sometimes like I've tried some things that don't turn out that great and then they don't make it on there.
Yeah, that's the thing with experimenting, right? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are some of your favorite restaurants in Pittsburgh?
So two of my favorite restaurants that I get regularly are Noodlehead in Shadyside and El Burro they're in Regent Square, and they have another location in the north side.
Okay. I've tried Noodlehead and I absolutely love Noodlehead. I think they have the best pad thai and the green curry linguine ever.
Yeah, the green curry linguine is my favorite, which also inspired like me to try to make it at home.
Yeah, how did that come out? That looked delicious.
It was really good. I found these like curry pastes at the Asian store, and they're very authentic tasting, and they're super simple to like put together at home if you don't live near like a Thai restaurant or something.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is the best part of being a food blogger?
The best part is probably connecting with everyone. I've like met so many people virtually from in the US, like from California to like New Jersey, Florida. But then I've also connected with people all over the globe. So I've talked to people in like London and India and South Africa, and it's something that I didn't really know was going to happen with starting this, but it's been incredible just meeting so many different people and them even just trying my recipe has been really nice.
That's nice. Do you have like a community engagement group or something like that? Like, how do you meet them?
So I have a group in Pittsburgh, and we've met through like different events here in person, who I usually like reach out to when I kind of have an idea, but I don't know. So I like ask them for their thoughts, and we like talk about the Instagram algorithm and stuff like that. And then there's also a couple people in the like Indian blogger community who I've also like connected with, and we also like talk statistics and like ideas. Yeah.
Nice. That sounds exciting, and that's just the entire community aspect of doing something. People sharing the same passion, coming together, and sharing ideas and supporting each other and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah. So how is the community in Pittsburgh? How is like being a food blogger in Pittsburgh? What are some advantages you feel?
Definitely getting like a personal connection with some brands and companies is really nice. Also, just like having a new group of friends even to like talk about interests with is also very nice. And like trying out new restaurants together, and like even we like sometimes we'll share food with each other. So it's just all been really incredible. Yeah.
That's nice. So what's next for Chand's Kitchen? What's next for your business, and what are some plans that you have for the near future?
So nothing big, but just like a couple of recipes that I'm working on. I'm also like working on a couple of collaborations with some brands, and I'm trying to learn about Instagram Reels and TikTok. So I'm a little behind on that, but getting there.
But you're doing a great job. Your reels are awesome. Are you there on TikTok as well? I've not got into the world of TikTok. Like, I haven't even touched that yet, so I haven't explored anything there.
I'm on it. I haven't really told people I'm on it. I'm just doing a lot of like trial and error to see how their algorithm works and how to reach like a new audience there. Nice. But I have a couple videos over there. Yeah.
That's nice. So how do you figure out this Instagram algorithm thing?
So I feel like there's a lot of information out there, like just by Googling it, but since the algorithm does change like frequently, I think it's just like trying different hashtags and trying to like, instead of building your following, build your engagement rate. So you want more people to interact with you. And I guess right now likes aren't at the top. It's the more saves you get on a post that like pushes your picture out there more. Okay. And I think like reels are really big right now. So it's just, I haven't really researched too much, but this is just like what I found from my own personal like interaction with Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. And do you use any tools to find what hashtags are relevant? For me, I'm lazy. For me, just uploading something is a big thing. I upload and then I just put like 1 or 2 hashtags. But I see people putting like 30 hashtags and 40 hashtags. I don't know how they do it. Are there any tools that suggest hashtags?
Yeah, so in the beginning, I did use some tools, but then at some point, I think Instagram kind of blocked off third-party apps. Okay. And I think some are back on. I'm not really sure. I haven't researched too much recently, but I think I used about 30 hashtags, and the way that I go about it is like, I think like 5 to 10 big hashtags like that have a lot of views. Okay. And then maybe like 10 or so like medium hashtags, and then about 10 to 15 that are very detailed to what you posted. So that's just what I found with my food, like hashtag related words. But it's I also like want to go and research more about it. I just haven't looked into it too much recently.
Nice. I think Instagram is like a full-time job sometimes, there's just so much to do, and if you really crack it, it's something that can really give you a lot of followers and a lot of engagement. And if it's a business that's completely reliant on Instagram, then cracking that code, I feel, is so important, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So this was awesome, Chandni. I wanna wish you the best of luck in everything that you do, and thank you so much for being a part of Coder Stories.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
It's my pleasure. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
And for those of you watching this, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and you won't miss out on any of the episodes that we upload. Thank you so much.